Alright, so what is going on, guys? It has been definitely about 2 months that I have not made a single YouTube video. I mean, I have been live every day ever since. But I've just been sort of focusing on a couple things that I had to do and pretty much just going on with my daily life, as you all can see. Those of you that obviously know who I am. But I felt like it was the right time to sort of make a video. This is not gonna be an Outlook video or anything of any of that sort of things. This is gonna be a video about traders that are struggling in this market, traders that are struggling in general, not only this market, just in general, and what to do if you know when you lose your confidence after a bad streak, after a bad trade, after you blow up maybe a small account, after you blow up a big. Doesn't matter what you blew up, however it is, if you lost your confidence trading, then you're struggling with anything really trading related, and then your psychological thinking, this whole video is for you. So the main thing that I want to talk about before we get into that is just this beautiful SPY daily chart. If you guys go back in pretty much all my YouTube videos leading into this one, you're all gonna see this chart sometimes around here. I think I haven't made one ever since around here, but you're gonna see it around here. What I'm trying to say is the charts were around here. I had a lot of people, even people in the Discord, saying no, that was the bottom. The market's just gonna reverse and whatnot. And I mean, the market just obviously the macro environment did not change. Just because you're biased and you think that something's gonna happen, make sure that everything aligns, right? We always look at our daily, our 4 hour, our hourly. We look at all of that aligning as well as our 15, our 30, minute, our micro with our macro. We look at that aligning, but we also need to look at the fundamentals, right? And the economy is under so much pressure as is, and I think nobody really expected for all these companies to get hit as hard as they are. But it's all coming to fruition. The charts are saying it. Companies' earnings, big tech, I mean, they've been a flop since pretty much this whole year started. Their earnings have been lower guidance, over guidance, over guidance. There's a whole bunch of crap that at some point we all saw that it was coming. There are people that didn't realize that that whole growth environment was going to end. Just people that maybe they too biased, so they just lack some little knowledge on things. But it is what it is. We're not here to talk about that. But the market is at a point where the cycle we're going through is not gonna stop till the macro, environment changes, right? So just because of the rates get raised by 0.50, doesn't mean the market's just gonna rally up and completely reverse and go to all-time high. That's not how this works, right? The market's going through a natural sell cycle for the year. I mean, I had my targets already. I first basically called for 10 as my first target. If you look back at the videos, and then 404, we already lost that 400. We lost this gap pretty much on a week after we closed above 400 finally, which was March 29th of 2021. We filled that gap, and we're still heading lower. We're seeing levels on SPY that there are new traders that have never seen SPY trading at this level. But I mean, welcome to the show. I still remember when 400 broke. I'm pretty sure everybody does. But let's get on into the most important topic today, which is just psychology of trading. Look, there's a lot of new traders right now out there that they're making a lot of money with puts, and I mean this, just speaking. And I'm gonna use an example. I'm sure you guys remember when Tesla. When Musk actually started this whole Twitter ordeal, after it was sort of like approved, Tesla had possibly one of the worst days it's ever had trading. I'll even go look. I think it was this day. I'm not entirely sure, but I think it was this day because this was a pretty wild day for Tesla. A lot of traders made so much money, right? And there are traders that swung puts, and they probably lost all their money by these daily candles, right? A lot of traders got hurt. Why? The why is because they were biased, because they think that just because something goes one way, it's supposed to stay that way. They don't understand how price action works. They don't understand how a trend works. They don't understand that this is obviously we're gonna start the year, right? We can't even start the year, but let's call it, if we go back, we're just going to see Tesla just making pretty much macro, downtrend. Like, I'm sorry to say, we have not made a new high, right? We still made, lower high, We made lower lows. Tesla's heading into that lower low. Once we lose this 760 level, I think Tesla's gonna go test some interesting levels where I'll be looking to honestly start accumulating and legging into a pretty big position on it, assuming that the micro environment is getting better. Because if it's up to me, I don't really, no bias aside, I don't like the CEO of the company, and that's just really it. But whatever it is, those traders that made all that money with Tesla, all that money with with SPY dropping, with this, with that, keeping it, right? So those traders, right, they get this euphoria drive that the market are designed to give. The markets are always designed to give euphoria. Once you get the euphoria, you're making money, you're flipping your account, you 3 times your account, 4 times, and then you catch yourself and you realize you did not withdraw a single cent, right? And now the losing trade's coming. You're taking losses that are abnormal, right? They're bigger than what you're used to, but you think to yourself, it's house money, it doesn't matter. Mind you still have yet to withdraw your initial investment, or maybe you did, but you have not withdrawn anymore. So again, we're going into this basically state of mind that your account now is not money, it's house money, because I didn't know that this was gambling, and that's how we refer to things. But there's people that refer to things like that. This is money from the house, it doesn't matter. If I lose it, I'm just gonna make it back. That's great. Listen, I say this, but I say this from my past experience. I take a bad trade, I have a bad day, and I possibly laugh about it now. I'm at that point that I just laugh because I know tomorrow I'm going to make it back. I know if I don't make it back tomorrow, I'm going to make it back the next day. I know that I just need a good trading day. And my losses, if they ever happen, they're over something stupid. Sometimes it just gets the best of me, whatever it is. But I'm confident that I'm going to make it back. But the average, and not you specifically, but the average trader that's struggling with their confidence, they don't think that. They think, holy fuck, I lost a lot of money. Like, well, what am I going to do? I am a person that I believe that if you've done something once, you can do it again. It's all about what you did right and what you did wrong. If you have talked to me before, I have told you this. Write down what you did right, write down what you did wrong, and focus on improving one thing that you did wrong while repeating what you did right. I promise you that when you do this exercise, you will literally send me a message thanking me, telling me, thank you for that tip. It has been awesome. My trading even got better. It's something as simple as that. If you're a good trader, if you know how to trade, but you're making dumb mistakes, it's all about the dumb mistakes that you're making. Nobody else. You need to hold yourself accountable, right? There's no one else to blame on this besides you, right? It's pretty much it. You can't blame your job, you can't blame your wife, your kids, you were busy. Those are excuses. The same way, like, if you go to the gym. If you don't go to the gym this day, why didn't you go? Oh, I was just tired. You're making excuses. It's all about, it's easier for us to make excuses, and it's harder for us to do. If you're not doing, then you're just yapping, you're just making excuses. You're not really benefiting yourself. So to those traders that have taken some big losses, that have made a lot of money and have said this is house money, and have forgotten the goal of maybe net profit at the end of the year, the goal of buying yourself a better car, the goal of buying a house, of paying your fucking mortgage at the end of the month. And I'm sorry for cursing. I know some people watch these videos with their kids. I do not know why anybody would watch my videos knowing how I talk with their kids. But regardless of things, it's all of those things, all those goals that you are doing this to have, right? And you forget them when you see a giant green candle. You forget them when you see a giant red candle. You instantly do the first instinct in your brain, which is, this is going to keep going. The market's going to keep dropping. The market's going to keep rising. And you're just feeding the market makers. You're providing liquidity for the market makers. You guys have heard me say this a lot. Don't be that person, right? When you're struggling with confidence, it is always over something that you did wrong. Sit down, write down what you did right, write down what you did wrong, and literally try to focus as hard as you can and keep doing what you do right. Because listen, I can't be here and sit and it's the same thing as if you go to a therapist to talk about this shit. They're not going to understand nothing that you're saying, right? They're going to be like, what are you talking about? I don't even know. Like, oh, it's just look, we're emotional people as is. Like, we're humans. That's one of the free wills that we have, right? We have emotions. Why would you want to be a computer, right? You're just gonna be this brain dead buffoon that you can't really like do anything. You don't have no willpower. You just gotta do a certain task. We're allowed to be this way, right? We're allowed to be traders that lose our emotions, but we're never gonna lose them 100% because it's human nature, right? It's literally like if you're trading and you're looking at a rejection trade, right? And then you see the stock made a wick, and you know that the macro environment is red, and you go for the wick fill. And a perfect example, actually, because there's an example on this today, I'm gonna give. It was US 30 today. Let me hide everything so it's a cleaner chart. Start with 5, 15. Right, so it's simple. Look. So I look at US 30. I saw the market open this, up opening drive. Look at how we were in pre-market. Just green, algo driven green, and I saw the opening drive. Right. This is our gap that we made when we opened Sunday for futures trading. So we're gonna drop our level right there, right here, and then we're gonna see that 32,757 level. You can see how clearly price action today just went above, completely declined any acceptance over that gap fill, right? And I was looking to go long, assuming we're gonna get this little trend shift, assuming that this was our new low. This was we're gonna start going and moving. If anything, we would have retested this, right, this area here, and then bounced. I mean, it's exactly what we did. I'm pretty sure this caught a lot of traders by surprise, this next candle. But once I saw that, right, I didn't think, oh, it's gonna wick for the next candle. No, I didn't, because this was acting to me as a really strong resistance, that level right there. So when I saw that level, I just thought to myself, it's pretty simple. Just wait for it, US 30 to do its thing. It gave this 15-minute that any other trader would have gotten shaked out. And I agree, any trader would have gotten shaked out. If you want to look at it from a technical perspective, I mean, if you draw a little structure right here, right, whatever it is, that little zone there, you can see that price obviously tends to bounce. But it just can't hold above, right? But finally, maybe this was our hold above. You can see it didn't happen. US 30 proceeded to just drop like it's hot. One of the craziest, I would say, drops I have seen, literally from 757 all the way to 31,898. That's absolutely crazy. Like, anybody that saw this today, I'm pretty sure you guys saw that it was one of the most aggressive drops ever, but it was absolutely beautiful. Look at that, 854 points. Absolutely crazy. But to go back to it, I didn't feed into that euphoria from that 15-minute candle that just drove up, right? I waited. I let the candle close. I let the market tell me what it's going to do instead of me anticipating what it's going to do. Remember that we only anticipate, we predict, right? We do all these things to help us calm down, right? It helps us have an idea of how the day is going to be. But if I believe the day is going to be one way, I'm going to have plans for the other way. Today, I told everybody, I wouldn't really go short till we get below that 32,400 level. The reason why I did it here was because I was just seeing the crazy, move that I was basically like seeing take place. I was going to go long once this candle broke above and then retest it, because there's always going to be that retest, and then ride it into that gap fill. But it never happened, right? So if plan A doesn't work, right, and I know that price is going to start gravitating into this area here, I'm going to take the short. And then I took the short. I took my profits into that area. I thought it was going to bounce. I closed some of my runners to have this thing completely die off. It was a very salty TP, in my opinion. But we can't do much about it. I mean, I'm here to basically make my my gains, my goals, and keep going. So I was not going to let that trade reverse. I was not going to let it go red. It sucks I left so much money on the table, but it is what it is. It's all about having a plan and going along with your plan, with your goals. And remember, not forgetting your long-term goals. So many people forget it over one little green candle, one red candle. Please don't make that mistake. The money you made, if you made it quick, if you made it fast, listen, it's okay. If you're a new trader, you got 2K, you took a signal, you took a trade, your analysis, you turned that 2K to 6K, even a 4K, right? 4, 6, 10, 20, 30, 100,000. I don't give a shit what you turn it into. If you don't feel comfortable managing your money, if you don't have the experience to manage more money, bro, just take your profits. Put some away for taxes. Go take your kids to Disney World. Go do something nice, right? but don't give your money back to the market. You know, there's enough money over here, right? Then why are you donating to Wall Street? Like, Venmo me or something if that's what you really. If you're donating, just Venmo me. Like, ask me for my Venmo. Message me on Discord. But don't give your money back to Wall Street. If you got lucky, whatever it is, you got earnings. I don't care what it is. If you took money from them, why are you gonna give it back? It's not worth it. So to those people that have been struggling with their confidence, that have been struggling with just pretty much anything trading related because it took a big loss, I hope this advice helps you guys out. I'm still not gonna be back full time on YouTube. I'm still, I'm focusing on some students that I'm mentoring, and honestly, my trading. We're gonna see how I start the next 6 months. I'm gonna wait pretty much till June to decide if I'm gonna take more mentorship students or just cap it as is. And maybe I will get back in and try to be more consistent again with the YouTube videos. But with all that being said, guys, as always, I wish you all a great rest of your evening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for everything. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Make sure to check us out in Simple Stacks Investment. I'm going to leave the website in the description. We have a 14-day trial going on. It'll be awesome if any of you guys would want to come, trade futures with me or trade Tesla with me, whatever you guys want to trade. I tend to give just trades in general. All right, so take it easy, guys. I wish you all nothing but the best day.